it's a good thing at times to keep some of the established things that work in your life. Is that not true? I was reminded of a song that I sang when I was a little teeny tiny girl in the Brownies. Make new friends, but keep the old. One is silver and the other's gold. There's more than one Girl Scout in here. An Eagle Scout. Well, it's true. To me, there are certain people in your life, and granted, this is Mother's Day. Many of us had wonderful, loving, supportive mothers in our lives. Absolutely. Those are the gold. And some of us may have had a mother that wasn't quite as supportive, or we might have thought a time or two in our lives, as probably all of us have, even if we had the most supportive mother in the world, that this goes through our head. What are they thinking? Much like I'm trying to think of the management of what are they thinking? It's okay. It's all right, because what we recognize is that mothers emulate are the symbol of what? Of absolute love. Of the love that God is giving us. That God is continually giving us. Without question, without reserve. That's what this Mother's Day and this love is all about, is recognizing it, is going with it. And so I thought it was interesting, you know, at the beginning of this year, I kind of solicited your help in what am I going to talk about this year? I hadn't quite had it gelled very well. And so I had different people come up and say, oh, talk about this book, talk about that book, remember? And I've been using different books for our themes. And this month it was like all me. Nope, it's just we're celebrating our success. There's no book whatsoever involved in this. And I did the first talk last Sunday, first week of the month was last week. And right after service, Jane comes up to me and says, oh my gosh, you've got to get that book that Jack Canfield wrote. It's called The Success Principles. And of course I did. And there's a whole section on it called Build Your Success Team, which I had no clue, you know, was even around until somebody told me about it. Building your success team, that's what we're talking about today. This is your homework, you're getting it early. Recognize that there are people in your lives that you want to draw on your team. And some of them you want to keep. Some of them, like the Thought for the Week said, there will be people in our lives that come in for a season or a reason, but there are some, you know, like my friend Joanne, you know, that's since 4th grade, you know, we still are close and still call each other. She's the one of the gold. You know, my best friend that I married, he's one of the golds. But we allow ourselves to make room for the new. Because why? Because we are always changing. And we are always growing and evolving and allowing more of this infinite self that we are to be discovered, to come out and play. And we will find that when we do that, we will tap into something that we didn't even know existed in our lives. I mean, if you think back, how many of you have recognized after a certain birth date that was down the road a ways, that, oh my gosh, I absolutely now recognize what a joy it is to do this thing or have that thing or be around these type of people. Something totally new and different. Have any of you a clue of what I'm talking about? Have you ever had something just come up in your life that was, whoa, that was just phenomenal, and I had no idea that I had an inkling that that was even an interest in my life? Well, guess what? If you've had that in the past, you're not done. There's going to be more. There is going to be a tremendous amount of more of them, because you are an infinite being living in this body form that's here to what? To play and have fun. See?